We're here with Dr. Tom from Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, HPE, and talking about the Internet of Things. And you are the expert of IoT.
Well, I wouldn't say expert, but it's my job. So if we can at least give that illusion, it would help me. Thank you.
So why should we care about IoT, the Internet of Things?
We should care about it because it's an emerging opportunity to provide great value for both consumers and for the industrial or commercial world. And I like to look at it this way. The IoT has a particular principle that I like to call perpetual connectivity. So if you could be perpetually connected to your products, your customers, or your facilities, what would you do? And that's the essence of the value of the Internet of Things, because the cost to make these connections has come down and the ubiquity of sensors to connect to the things has increased, and therefore now we can gain direct insight from these things. Now, things hold data and information, and when you can get the information from the things, one can do some amazing things. Now, let me give you an example. You and me as a person, Mike, are a thing, and to a medical doctor, we have data in us, and that data can be extracted from your forehead, such as your temperature, blood pressure, heartbeat. So the data inside you can be extracted and has great value, I think you would agree, because then your health status can be determined by the professionals. So the value of knowing about the thing, whether it be a person, whether it be a turbine, whether it be an automobile, or whether it be a windmill or a street light, is extremely potent now in this emerging industry we call IoT.
So if we're looking at businesses now, do you think they fully understand the value of the thing at this point, or are they slowly grasping that?
Oh, some do quite well, and I'll point to two companies that I personally worked with. Duke Energy, the largest energy provider in the United States, and Flowserve, which is a very large company that creates pumps and valves for the industrial world. Those are two companies, customers, that understand the value and are deploying in what I call industrial Internet of Things solutions as well. And a big part of their value proposition is the understanding of their assets. And let me pick Flowserve. Pumps that are moving fluids, and they can be in the oil and gas industry, they can be hazardous, they can be water treatment plants, and as they move this fluid, the pump is an essential asset, and to be able to monitor it, just like the example I gave, monitoring the human being in a medical world, and be able to tell when maintenance is needed to reduce downtime. Hundreds of millions of dollars are wasted in downtime, but also uniquely to not do maintenance when it's not needed, if you see what I'm saying. In other words, don't waste the time and the money of maintaining something when it's not required. By connecting to the Internet of Things and fully instrumenting the thing called the pump, we can determine when maintenance is needed and when it's not needed, and then optimize and fine-tune it, saving tremendous amounts of money in the process. We created a new product category called the Converged IoT System, and the brand name of the system is Edgeline. Of course, we named it Edgeline because it's out at the IoT edge. Now, where's the edge? The edge is where the things are. The edge is a manufacturing plant, a power plant, a smart grid, perhaps out in a crop field, in a plane, train, an automobile, a submarine, out in a windmill. Why would you want to do all the deep computing out at the edge? Well, to respond quicker. Think about the autonomous automobile coming up, or the driverless automobile. How soon do you want to respond to an obstacle in the road? I think you'd want it immediately. Pretty quick. How soon would you like to know if your turbine is going to catch on fire? Pretty quickly. So therefore, doing all that computing and understanding automatically at the edge, as opposed to having to send it all the way back to a data center or a cloud. And because we're able to collect enough data, we can predict the future. Now this is very important, because if you have to predict when a $6 million asset has to be replaced, that's a lot better than it just breaking spontaneously and surprising. So we're converting surprises, right, surprise outages to planned outages, and that's much more effective. So the reason I like this is because of the money savings associated with condition monitoring. I think it's fair to say that the IoT has achieved celebrity status today, and everyone wants to understand how it can help their business. It's just like the cloud, the big data phenomenon, the .com phenomenon, and now we have the IoT phenomenon, and it is going to be big.